When it comes to the hot sauce grind, Cholula Hot Sauce is one of the heavyweights in the business. But what makes it so special? I mean, it's just hot sauce, right? Well, Cholula's secret recipe dates back thousands of years, and we're about to show you exactly how it's made. But first, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The origins of Cholula Hot Sauce. To really understand how Cholula Hot Sauce is made, we have to go way back to its roots. Look, Cholula Hot Sauce isn't just any spicy condiment. It carries centuries of Mexican heritage in every drop. Did you know that the sauce gets its name from the ancient city of Cholula in Mexico? But that's not all. This place has over 2,500 years of history. In fact, Cholula is the oldest continuously inhabited city in North America. For thousands of years, people have been living, eating, and cooking there. And guess what? Some of those old-school cooking traditions helped shape the bold flavors of this legendary hot sauce. So, of course, Cholula Hot Sauce was born from a deep love for Mexican cuisine. The recipe dates back generations, coming from a family that knew the importance of flavor just as much as heat. But this wasn't just about making another spicy sauce. It was about crafting something that could enhance food without overpowering it. That's exactly what Cholula does. It adds just the right amount of heat while bringing out the rich flavors of the dish. Now let's talk about the famous lady on the bottle. You may have seen her, but do you know who she is? That's La Chila. She represents the spirit of Cholula and the traditional recipes that have been passed down through the years. She's inspired by the women in the founding family, particularly an abuelita, who had a passion for cooking with fresh local ingredients. And this isn't just marketing fluff, as La Chila truly stands for authenticity, tradition, and of course, amazing food. Fast forward and Cholula is now loved all over the world. However, it's still made in Mexico using traditional methods that honor its original recipe. So every time you shake that bottle and pour a few drops on your tacos, eggs, or pizza, you're tasting a little piece of history. Now, if you enjoy learning about how things are made, subscribe to my channel right away, because there's a lot more where this came from. Selecting the perfect peppers. Now let's get into the heart and soul of Cholula. I'm talking about its peppers, because without the right peppers, this sauce wouldn't be what it is. And believe me, Cholula doesn't just throw any old chilies into the mix. It uses a precise blend of two special peppers called arbol and piquin. And no, these aren't just picked at random. They're chosen for their unique flavors, heat levels, and the way they work together to create Cholula's signature taste. Let's start with arbol peppers. These long, slender chilies pack a punch with a clean, slightly smoky heat. They also have a grassy, almost nutty flavor that makes them perfect for hot sauces. Arbol peppers are often used in Mexican salsas and spice blends because they bring the fire without overwhelming the taste buds. Now here's something cool. Arbol peppers are sometimes called bird's beak chilies because of their sharp, pointy shape. That's a fun fact to impress your friends with. Moving on, we have piquin peppers. These tiny little guys may be small, but don't let their size fool you. Piquin peppers are super bold, bringing a citrusy, slightly fruity taste that balances out the heat of the arbol peppers. This is what makes Cholula special, because it's not just about heat, it's about flavor. Piquin peppers add that little kick of brightness that keeps you coming back for more. But growing these peppers is no easy task. Arbol peppers take about 7 months to grow from seed to full plant, while piquin peppers can take even longer. And once they're fully grown, farmers have to wait another 3 to 4 months before they're ready to be harvested. That means almost a year goes into making sure these peppers are perfect before they even make it into the sauce. It's a long process, but it's worth it. Once harvested, the peppers are carefully dried to lock in their flavors. This step is very important because drying intensifies their natural taste and heat. After that, they're grounded up and blended with other ingredients to create Cholula's famous recipe. This process has been perfected over generations, ensuring that every single bottle delivers the same great taste every time. So next time you take a bite of something covered in Cholula, remember, it all starts with the peppers. And these aren't just any peppers, they're hand-selected, carefully grown, and treated with the same level of care that's been used for generations. Now share this video with your fellow food lovers and tell me in the comments, do you prefer a milder sauce or do you love the heat? From field to bottle, the production process. Alright, so you've got these fiery little arbol and Peking peppers growing under the hot Mexican sun for months, soaking in all the warmth and spice. When they're finally ready, skilled farmers carefully handpick them at just the right moment. But timing is everything here. Pick them too early and they won't have that deep, rich flavor. But pick them too late and they lose their perfect balance of heat and taste. Now, once the peppers are harvested, the next step is a thorough wash, because you wouldn't want any dust or dirt messing with that perfect Cholula taste, right? Then, the peppers are gently cleaned to remove any impurities, keeping their natural oils and flavors intact. No harsh chemicals, no artificial preservatives, just pure natural goodness. And after their bath, it's time for a suntan. Well, sort of. The washed peppers are spread out on large drying racks under the open sky. And here's the cool part. Cholula doesn't use artificial heat to speed up the process. Nope. These peppers bask in the natural Mexican sun for about 3 days, slowly drying to the perfect texture. This slow drying method preserves the essential flavors and ensures that the peppers retain their deep, smoky, slightly fruity notes. So if you've ever wondered why Cholula tastes so fresh and natural, this is a big reason why. Once the peppers are nice and dry, they move on to the grinding stage. They're crushed into a fine paste that becomes the base of the hot sauce. But Cholula isn't just about peppers. It's the secret blend of spices that really sets it apart. While the exact recipe is a closely guarded family secret, we do know it includes ingredients like garlic and vinegar, which give Cholula its balanced, tangy kick, with the mixture blended to ensure the same rich, delicious taste in every single batch. And just like that, the magic sauce is ready to be bottled. But we're not done yet. There's one final step that gives Cholula its legendary look. So stick around to see what happens next. But before we continue, have you subscribed to my channel yet? It's only a click away, and you'll get to learn the fascinating ways by which the biggest brands in the world are made. Bottling and the iconic wooden cap. Now that we've got this bold, flavorful hot sauce perfectly blended, it's time to get it into the bottle, and trust me when I say that Cholula doesn't cut corners when it comes to quality. That applies to every part of the process, including the bottling. First, the sauce is carefully tested to ensure that each batch meets Cholula's signature flavor profile. This means checking for the right balance of spice, tanginess, and thickness. Because, let's be real, nobody wants a watery, weak hot sauce. Once the sauce is approved, it's time for bottling. The sauce is poured into glass bottles, which aren't just chosen for looks. Glass is the preferred choice because it helps preserve the sauce's fresh, authentic taste better than plastic ever could. Plus, it's more eco-friendly, so it's a win-win, right? Next, each bottle is filled to the perfect level and then sealed to lock in all that spicy goodness. Now, here comes the part that makes Cholula instantly recognizable. I'm talking about the iconic wooden cap. I know you think it's just a stylish touch, but there's actually a deep tradition behind it. The wooden cap is a nod to the handcrafted nature of Cholula, symbolizing the quality and care that goes into each bottle. It represents the artistry of Mexican food culture and the brand's commitment to staying true to its roots. After the cap is secured, the bottles go through labeling, where they get their signature Cholula design. And here's a fun fact, the label hasn't changed much over the years, proving that when something is this good, there's no need to mess with it. So this takes us to the final step, which is packaging the bottles into boxes. Once this is done, the Cholula hot sauces are ready to be shipped all over the world. Whether you're in Mexico, the US, or even Europe, chances are you've seen this legendary bottle sitting proudly on restaurant tables and kitchen counters everywhere. Each month, nearly 9 million bottles of Cholula are produced. That's a whole lot of spicy goodness. And with demand constantly growing, the production process has to be efficient, while still maintaining the same handcrafted quality that makes Cholula special. So now that you know what goes into every bottle, I'm sure you'll never look at Cholula the same way again. Speaking of which, exactly how spicy is Cholula? I'll tell you in a bit, right after you hit the comments and tell me the strangest food you've ever put Cholula on. The flavor profile and Scoville rating. In case you didn't know, some hot sauces are designed to make you break a sweat, while others focus more on flavor than fire. As for Cholula, it manages to strike that perfect balance between the two. On the Scoville scale, which measures the heat of chili peppers, Cholula sits between 1,000 to 2,000 units. To put that into perspective, Jalapeno peppers range from 2,500 to 5,000 units. That means Cholula isn't meant to burn your mouth off, but it does give you just the right amount of heat to wake up your taste buds. Now that you know this, wouldn't you rather spice up your food with Cholulas instead of other hot sauces that are intent on setting your tongue on fire? Your choice, though. Regardless, what makes Cholula really special isn't just its mild heat. It's the flavor that keeps people coming back for more. As I mentioned before, the combination of arbol and Peking peppers gives the sauce a smoky, slightly tangy kick with hints of sweetness. But that's not all, as the carefully selected blend of spices, which remains a well-guarded secret, adds layers of depth that make Cholula more than just a hot sauce. It's a flavor enhancer, whether you drizzle it on eggs, tacos, pizza, or even popcorn. It complements your food rather than overpowering it. Now here's a fun fact. The arbol peppers in Cholula were once used by ancient civilizations for medicinal purposes. Yeah, long before people were pouring Cholula on their nachos, these peppers were believed to aid digestion and boost circulation. That said, Cholula Hot Sauce has remained a world-class brand for a reason. It's years of unchanged tradition and the delicate process behind its creation. What do you think about this legendary recipe? Let us know in the comments, and if you love learning how things are made, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one.